weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone had a wonderful Valentine's Day and a great President's Day if you're in the U.S. But welcome to Talking Through the Medias, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans, for fans. Remember to like this video and subscribe. You can support us by becoming a member. You can sponsor us on Patreon to get access to all those exclusives. I'll learn how to say it. A little talking through the medias after dark. Make sure you share those thoughts because we want to hear them. I'm Amy Newman. Joining me today is Chris Fagan. Oh, happy Ash Wednesday, if that's your jam.
Happy Ash Wednesday, if that's your jam. Yeah, that's I don't know if that's. I don't think that's.
You want to hide your little cross.
I think that's a Catholic religion, but no, never. That's not. I'm Baptist or was raised Baptist, so I've never had to do that. So, but I mean, that's a way to start.
Happy Ash Wednesday. Blessings to you all.
Blessed be on this glorious week.
Welcome to our Catholic talk show.
Exactly.
He is risen, so that's exciting.
For all of our Catholic fans out there. So, happy Ash Wednesday. But, this is Talking Through the Medias. We're going to go, you know what it is, guys. So prepare yourself for a great entertainment news weekly brief that we
and our favorite Bible verses
on the weekly.
John 3:15 is that one?
We're still. Well, I'm trying to reel it back from. You guys
Oh,
know.
I have absolutely zero knowledge of Catholicism
here,
but I've decided to go
unless
hard.
It's Ash Wednesday. We're gonna go through three topics.
It's like Jesus went hard for me, Chris.
I just went what?
Jesus went hard on that cross for me. You know what I mean? Like no excuses. No. You can edit this out later. I won't.
I'll try. Maybe I will. Well, guys, thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of Talking Through the Medias. We're gonna go over this week's topics and discuss them. You know, it's what's it? Hump Day. It's Wednesday. You know what it is. You know what we do here, and so hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know that you guys are out there. Send us questions that you want us to talk about, as always, so we can talk about it. So, but if you can't catch us on YouTube, you can always piggyback and double back on the is it piggyback or is it double back on our podcast and check us out there. If you want to listen to us on iTunes or on SoundCloud. You can submit a question, a topic that you want us to talk about by putting it in the box. Go to t3medias.com/contacts, or you can hit us up on our social medias on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at T3Medias. Also, you can interrupt us during the live stream here with a super chat or T3Medias/tips on streamlabs.com. Think about becoming a sponsor, donate to us on Patreon, and we will very much appreciate that. So, without further ado, like I said, we have three topics that we're going to talk about today, and there's my graphic. Amy, what is the first topic that we have today?
Well, I know you have some quick, maybe not a topic. You have thoughts on the Mortal Kombat posters, and I'm granting you.
You know what? I mentioned that myself, and I forgot. Damn it! Thank you. See, this is why I love Amy so much. She's like, Chris, you forgot something. Oh God, sorry.
I'm like, I'm gonna regret this, but go wild, my man.
Yeah, I like, it was just in the damn show notes, guys. Oh man, dude. Before we, this is why I wasn't committed to memory.
Give me a minute of talking about.
It happened just a couple hours ago. So before we got started, everything was already prepared for the three topics that we're going to talk about. But a couple hours ago, the Mortal Kombat movie just released the rest of their posters, all their artwork for their upcoming film, and I heard that they're going to release the trailer finally for their movie, because that movie is going to come out. Mortal Kombat, the 2021 new updated reboot or whatever. I guess they're restarting the whole franchise. Is coming out on HBO Max in like a month, and they haven't had a trailer out. It's like, what is going on? I said on this show, I said to me that's a bad sign. It's like it feels like you're hiding it. You're being very coy about what's going on with the show, but it seems like it's finally coming. So Mortal Kombat just released, and what is going on with my sound? I don't know if I'm even loud enough. I'm looking at the levels here. Mortal Kombat just released a couple of images. I'm going to try to share them with you. But is this even on your radar, the Mortal Kombat game?
Not even a little. I'm literally, full disclosure, I'm Googling right now.
It's not something that you've been like dying to see.
Can't say it is.
Well, so Mortal Kombat, I was a huge Mortal Kombat nut back in the day. I had all the games, and I still play it to this day. And when I heard that they were coming out with a new movie, I was like, okay, that's okay. I feel like I feel like it would have been better as a TV series, but that's just me. But I mean, they released these images, and I'm about to share them with you guys right now. Coming from Collider.com, and yeah, they are on the Collider website. Sorry about that. Let me scroll down a little bit. These new images. So I know these characters might be like you don't know every one of them, but Cole Young.
Oh yeah, Cole Young. Love that guy.
I think that's supposed to be Luke. Is that supposed to be
Luke Young?
Kang?
I can read. The font's small.
The
what's his name? Cole Young.
Cole Young.
Don't even question how big of a Coleo I am.
Oh yeah, exactly. I know. And Jax, I don't know. I haven't looked up the actors that are playing each characters, but I mean from what they're showing us in these posters, I mean it looks like they're posed up to the look like this is going to be badass. I've yet to see any footages of like any fights or any like fatalities what the game is known for, but on paper this looks pretty damn badass to me. I mean these guys look pretty cool, but I still haven't changed my mind. The fact that it took this long for a trailer to even come out, and they're kind of like slowly releasing like images. I mean, images should have came out. These posters should have been released months ago, in my opinion.
I feel like the first like that Sonic movie made everyone real scared because they released the trailer and everyone hated it so much they were like, to remake it, they had to like remake the entire main character of the movie. So I feel like now movies are scared. Like,
you might be right about that,
because we don't want to have to do it again.
Well, and exactly, and it was one of the only times where they listened to the fans, they made the change, and then the movie was successful.
Well for them.
Yeah, and it worked out. So now, and this is another video game movie. It's like we don't want to be in the same situation where we have to change everything, and then it doesn't work out for us. That was lightning in the bottle. That could have been a disaster for Sonic. Luckily, it worked out for him.
I assumed when they had to go back to the drawing board and redo Sonic entirely, I was like, there is no way this isn't going to be a mess.
A failure. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a failure.
I was impressed.
But then it worked out, and I love that movie. So it seems like Warner Brothers is like, we're not taking that risk. Let's just hide everything.
Not again. You nerds had your way once.
Yeah, we're not gonna reshoot anything. So you get what you get. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these images, I mean, like I said, on paper, on these posters, it looks pretty dark. It looks pretty scary. Like this one right here of Melina. I don't know this actress, but I know the character. I'm surprised they didn't have her open her mouth up wider. She's like this character's like a hybrid. Her like the Joker. There's like slices on her face that extends past her lips, and her razor sharp teeth. If she opens her mouth, like the witches of what's that movie with that just came out on HBO Max? The Witches movie. Did you see that?
Oh, the doll.
It's kind of like that, like how the mouth opens up even wider than what this is showing us. This character here, that looks pretty good. I mean, I like that. I mean, like I said, if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, these pictures of Raiden, Scorpion especially, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty badass. I'm still skeptical because of the fact
they don't have those weird Sonic teeth. So I'm
exactly. Everything's
too human. Didn't like it. Glad they fixed it.
On paper, if I was just going to judge it based on these posters, I would tell you that this is going to be one of the best movies ever made. But the fact that we haven't had a trailer, and we're going to get a trailer tomorrow.
And Kane, of whom?
Of what?
Oh, Citizen Kane, whom? The best movie ever made.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Oscar, please.
That's a bold stance, Chris.
I mean, it's exactly. I feel like I'm just nervous. I don't know what's gonna happen with this movie. I just feel like, what's going on with my the connection here? I think I'm buffering.
Oh, I didn't know if that was just on my end.
Let me see if that is. It's probably because nobody wants to talk about the Mortal Kombat stuff, so it's probably. Oh, there we go. I think it's okay. It's back. I'm sorry about that.
Shutting you down, like, all right, nerd alert.
It's like, yeah, okay, no more of this Mortal Kombat. We all know it's going to be a disaster. Let's move on, Chris. All right, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what was going on with Mortal Kombat and the fact that they just now released a poster. So, share with us what you guys think. Do you still think, like I do, that it's a bad sign that it's taken this long for us to get a trailer and these images so close to the release date on HBO Max? They obviously don't have confidence to try to push this in theaters like some other movies are still, like Cruella de Vil, which is something we're going to talk about later on. It's still committed to their theatrical release. So share your thoughts with us below, and we'll probably talk about that on We Got Your Mail. So let's get on to the main topics of the. Like I said, we have 3 topics for the week that we're going to talk about, and we're going to run them down right now. So, Amy, what do we have?
Kaylee Cuoco is celebrating a relationship milestone, but not without a few laughs. I feel like I'm on the Today Show or something. The flight attendant star took to her Instagram to celebrate her 5-year anniversary with her husband, Carl Cook. There they are, cute couple. Happy 5 years to the weirdest person I know, she wrote alongside that black and white photo of them sharing some PDA with face coverings on. She said, I don't remember a moment before you entered my life. What a boring life that must have been. I love you at Mr. Tank Cook. And while the message was super sweet, Kaylee's ex-boyfriend and the Big Bang Theory co-star Johnny Galecki appeared to take issue with the caption, given the time they spent together, commenting, Also, in response, Kaylee took to her Instagram story to share a photo of her sending a text to the actor with an article about the comment. She wrote, LOL, to which John replied with a ha. And her husband said, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, why are you guys like still talking? Like, what the hell? Like, is going on there? I mean, according to the story, they're still good friends, even though they broke up.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you work on a show together for that long, and you make that much money together, and
yeah, like
because I'm not a Big Bang Theory fan per se, but I believe they started dating like a couple years into the show run, and then broke up, but kind of stayed on good terms because they were still working so closely.
Yeah. And because they know the show was so successful, it was just according to her, it was just, you know, they kind of crushed on each other at the very beginning. They tried it out. I think like they lasted for like 2 years. And Big Bang Theory, I think it had 8 or 9 seasons.
So many.
So
I
it's
don't
not
know
like
a single person who watches that show, but
so if it was going to be awkward after their breakup, I'm sure we'd have known about it by now. But according to them, they're still good friends. So
for what they were making, I think I could make friends with any of my exes for $1 million an episode. I don't think there's an ex I couldn't be like, no, we're great.
Yeah,
love him.
But you got to expect that when birthdays come around, when holidays come around, Instagram messages like that are gonna happen. Sorry, dude. It's like the person that I'm with currently. I know this is all very tongue in cheek, but like I also if my boyfriend posted something about like, you know, our anniversary or something, posted something about me, and one of his exes, I feel so celebrity gossipy right now, but still, like, really think about like if one of your partner's exes commented on a post about you, like even totally jokingly, even totally like you guys are, you know, still friends, you're still close, also knowing like how publicly they had a relationship and how much I'm sure they're still like
like, you know, if you watch Big Bang Theory, I'm sure you still want them together, right? Like, there's always that element when it's like, oh, but they had such good chemistry on the show.
Come on, Penny,
how's her husband? I would have a hard time not having that little edge of like, okay, can you like let me have my moment, please?
Yeah, I was like, because she's married now, right? That's her husband now that she's with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-year anniversary, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, dude, get over it. Penny and what's his name? What was the other? Leonard.
I said Sheldon, but that's not right.
Leonard and Penny is not happening. It happened in the show. Let Penny like free Penny. I think that's
I don't know them, so like again, I'm sure they're on the same page, and it was all in good fun. But
yeah,
like,
it
I even feel a little bad for her because it's that weird thing of like, great, now this is kind of like gossip column news, so I kind of have to acknowledge it, or it looks like I left my buddy hanging. Like I would personally, and again, I can't speak to how they feel, but if I were in her shoes, I think he would be getting a private text of like, dude, what the hell?
right. I'm sure like
you could send me a text, like a joking, like, oh, can't remember a moment before him. Like, all right.
Exactly.
But like to do it so publicly, it's like,
I thought that was so funny.
Taking that Big Bang Theory, like syndicate money. You don't need to.
I mean, I thought that was so funny because it was like, I love being with you. My whole life has changed. Everything and anyone I knew before you was trash.
Yeah.
He's like, sure. What? I thought you said it was the best you ever had.
I will say I don't remember a moment before you entered my life.
Right. I mean, but
first date, girl. Like what?
But that's how the game goes. That's what you gotta say. That's what you gotta say in relationships, right? I mean, because in the moment, I mean, it's true. I mean, you're happy now. Maybe you were happy then, but it ended for whatever reason, and now you're in a new relationship, and it's lasted longer, and it's everything that one wasn't, and more, blah blah blah. So it's like you got to acknowledge it. But if
I just imagine Carl Cook watching like reruns of The Big Bang Theory, like, is there something here?
It just maybe it tells me that he really misses her. He's just trying to be all tough about it. Like, yes, a shrine to her.
That Big Bang Theory money. They made so much money.
I don't think he
watched
cares.
That show.
Could you imagine? Yeah, exactly. So that was funny though. I just thought it was hilarious that they still got that cool sense of humor. It wouldn't have been me though. I'm like, let me joke like that with my ex.
God, the huevos to comment that on your ex's anniversary.
Oh, yeah. We're talking an ex-wife. If I'm on Valentine's Day, I remember the first year after my divorce. After that first year afterwards, I gave my ex flowers. I think it was Mother's Day. I acknowledged her as because the mother of my children.
That makes more sense than Valentine's.
Yeah, I did. I gave her flowers on Mother's Day, but I did it once, and I'm not gonna make it a yearly thing because joy.
That's classy, but you don't go on her Instagram post
and be like, "You are the best sex I've ever had."
Remember me? Knock knock.
Could you imagine that? Oh my God.
Like I said, I have to imagine they are close in a way that like everyone is comfortable with, that like I just am not with any of my exes.
Right. Because that happens. You know that there are some couples where it's so toxic that a guy or a girl will probably like flirt with their ex in front of their current relationship just to make them mad. Like, I miss how we used to hang out, and like, or he's like, yeah, I miss the way you used to treat me in this way and the other, just to upset her.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'd give them the benefit of the doubt that it is just like we've been coworkers like longer than we've been lovers. So.
It was more the fans trying to make it something.
And like I said, that's part of like, why would you do that publicly? You know how people are.
You know exactly. I want fight, but that's just me. But guys, let us know what you guys think. Are you a Big Bang Theory fan? Do you miss Leonard and Penny and want to see them get back together? It ain't happening. They're friends. It was funny. It was a funny thing. You know what I forgot to do? This is what I forgot to do. Forgot to change the graphic. There you go. Are you a Big Bang Theory fan?
Sweet 30 seconds of Kaylee Cuoco.
Right there. Let's just enjoy all that. Very pretty. Let us know what you guys think, and we'll talk about it on We Got Your Mail. So what is the next topic trending this week?
Blues Clues and You should be Blues Clues and Yous. Blues Clues and You, the reboot of the original children's classic, has carved its own niche in the popular culture today with a new song. The ABC song with Blue, sung by the dog Blue as voiced by Traci Paige Johnson, assigns concepts to letters of the alphabet. At P, the song notes P is full of pride. To underline its point, the P is in rainbow colors, the same as the colors of the LGBTQ pride flag. The letter is also surrounded by multiple other flags representing specific communities. Those include flags for the trans community, asexual community, pansexual community, intersex community, gender fluid community, and more. ABC Song with Blue is exclusive to the show's official YouTube channel and has yet to air on television. Earlier, Nickelodeon served up an ad that seemed to indicate Spongebob SquarePants was a member of the LGBTQ community. The network played it coy when asked about the symbolism.
Yeah, we talked about that on this channel, about that Avatar, the Book of Korai. I think she was wearing a rainbow shirt on that poster. And then I watched, because I love the Avatar cartoon on Nickelodeon, and then I watched the next version of that, the story, the Legend of Korai. And spoiler alert, there is when the show ends, there is a situation where they don't do it on the show because it's still Nickelodeon, and parents, nuclear families and parents would go nuts in the conservative side of it. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're not indoctrinating my kids. But it hints that the friendship that she has with a female friend who, and it's very complicated. This is how why I love that cartoon so much, because it was straight up soap opera. Get this. You have a girl who is the Avatar, all powerful, has the power for all the elements, right? And in season 1, she likes this boy. They get into a relationship. They break up. Then he moves on and gets with this other girl. And this girl is great. She's a good person. She's nothing wrong with her. She kind of pines for him a little bit afterwards, and like, oh my God, do I want to get him back? Is there a jealousy thing going on? Is there a love triangle? And then they break up because of different reasons. And then after that breakup, both girls develop a friendship and kind of joke about how they used to date that guy. Like, and it was so damn much drama in there. I was loving it. And then their friendship blossomed. Came in and
commented on somebody's Instagram post.
Yeah, exactly. And then their and then their friendship blossomed.
I miss you, Cora.
And by the end of the series, it was like they decided to go on they decided to go travel the world together or something like that, and they held hands walking away into the spirit world. I'm like, that hints that they like each other. It was, and I looked it up, and I'm like, yes, everybody believes that they eventually get together, but of course the creators of the show won't confirm that, but they won't deny it. And then now with Blues Clues, I'm sorry I went on a whole long rant, because I love Avatar. But Nickelodeon's taking some bold steps, so I'm not surprised at this.
Did you actually? I really liked the way they did this, because I know inevitably someone's going to get mad about it.
And they said they didn't air it on the show, right?
It's your kid would never ask about it,
right? It was something they would never notice it, right?
Yeah. No, it's a quick moment. It's colored flags. It's a great piece of I thought it was very well done, because I personally think we should have more things like Legend of Korra. I understand you might not want to get into like the nitty gritty of, here's the details of, homosexual sex or whatever. Like, I get that. I totally get that. But things like on kids shows, we have things where it's like, oh, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and just starting to have on that same level, they're girlfriend and girlfriend, and we don't have to make it sexual. They like each other.
Right. Exactly.
Is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I got lost in my
I get you. Yeah. Because, I mean, you can say it without saying it.
Just keeping it on the same level that you do with relationship. It's like, yeah, I can handle that Mickey and Minnie are boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't, Goofy have a nice boyfriend he hangs out with? Like, it shouldn't matter. So I thought it was a nice moment of representation, if you know what that is. And one of my friends who's gay was like, honestly, this is like really cool to see. And I'm sure for a lot of my generation who grew up on Blues Clues, like I saw this article getting shared by people going, hell yeah, that feels really nice to know that this thing that was a big part of my childhood has my back,
right?
And is kind of affirming my pride and my
exactly.
sexuality or my identity,
acknowledging me. Yeah, it's just like in the like during Black History Month or and during Pride Month. And what it's cool when because sometimes you don't even expect it, and when it happens, it's like it blows your mind. Like, wow, they really just acknowledged something that I've been wanting for a long time. It's very meaningful for a lot of people. So it's cool that happens.
Well, and I feel like this will get lost to so many people because I feel like so often there's an issue with like, well, why isn't the TV show teaching my kids exactly what I want them to know? Right. And I feel like this was a cool moment because if you're watching this with your kid and they do ask, you can explain to them exactly what you're comfortable with. Or if you're watching this and go, you know what? Now would be an excellent time to just have the conversation of like, hey, we're going to pause real fast and talk about sort of pride and what that flag means. And, again, like, how you say mommy and daddy love each other. Sometimes boys like boys and sometimes girls like girls. And for kids, I understand that's all they need to know. And probably all parents are comfortable discussing with kids who are like Blues Clues age.
Right.
And the kids aren't going to start going, but what's asexuality? They're colored flags. But again, I thought it was a nice opening of like affirming people who understand it and opening the door if parents want to start having that conversation.
That reminds me of an episode of Will and Grace when Jack was invited to play poker. There was like a poker game and they needed another person and they asked Jack to come in and he was talking and then a guy I guess that was uncomfortable with how flamboyant he was being was like, can you kind of scoot over? And then Jack goes, newsflash, you can't catch it. And so stuff like that. It's like, it's what it is. Like, it's true. Like, dude, like, relax. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, so, I mean, it's.
No, and like I said, if you aren't having that conversation with your kid right now, okay, fine. You don't have to.
Right.
Nothing about that was egregious or even super clear about what it was. If you don't know what the pride flag looks like, you wouldn't make a connection or probably ask any questions. So like the more conservative parents going, well, my kids can just like take a seat. And
I'm going to boycott Nickelodeon. Like, I'm never going to watch Nickelodeon again. Unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh well, more Nickelodeon for us. But that's just what it is. Let us know what you guys think about that. What were your thoughts on this whole the issue with Blues Clues? I don't think it's being aired on. I think it said it's not being aired on the actual show. YouTube. So it's only on YouTube and whatnot. So guys, relax.
It's a good reminder. I was like, oh yeah, my ABCs. Yeah, I got this.
Everybody knows your ABCs. Everybody needs to learn their ABCs, and
it's nice to get a refresh sometimes, though. You know what I mean?
Exactly. ABCs with pride. Elemento P, and then just trigger a bunch of people. That's right. We're celebrating Elemento P.
He's coming at you. Ooh, I would like to not have said that.
So let us know what you guys think, guys, and we'll talk about it some more on We Got Your Mail. So, Miss Amy, what is the last trending topic of the week?
From Screen Rant, a new Cruella movie poster for Disney's live-action Emma Stone-led prequel is unveiled ahead of the official trailer. The 101 Dalmatians prequel will feature Stone as the iconic villainess, in the years before she became infamous for stealing the spotted furry friends. The crime comedy film is said to be an origin story of sorts that will follow Cruella de Vil during her early years as a fashion designer in London. During that time, Cruella becomes obsessed with dog skins and becomes the iconic Disney villain in the process. As of now, the film is still sitting on its May 28th release date as Disney decides its next move. It's unlikely that Disney is waiting at least a few more weeks, it is likely that Disney is waiting at least a few more weeks to make a decision about the film's release, but it seems the studio is set on the May release date, regardless of whether or not that means a release on Disney+.
Well, did you get a chance to check that one out?
I did check it out.
What'd you think? Okay, you just saw it. Now, everybody's saying, like, there's a lot of people saying something similar to what I said in my react. I did a reaction. I was up all night.
Quinn?
I went to bed early last night, right? And then I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I never went back to sleep. I'm on the laptop. I'm prepping for the show just a little bit. I'm doing other work, and I just can't go back to sleep. Joy wakes up like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm waiting for Cruella de Vil. Don't worry about it. Shut up. I didn't say shut up. I want to live. But I decided when I noticed that Cruella de Vil trailer was about to come out, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was like 3 hours away. And I was like, I'm going to do a reaction to this. Even though we're going to talk about this, I'm going to do a reaction because I need to do more reactions. And when I watched it, I genuinely thought of another franchise, and you probably know where I'm getting at. What did you think about it when you saw it?
Well, I know I saw a lot of people saying it reminded them of like Harley Quinn kind of energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what it made me think of. Yeah, it almost reminded me of the trailer, like how I felt when the first trailer for Suicide Squad came out, and I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool.
Okay.
And then it wasn't, so I'm like a little scared. But a little bit of that energy, I see where people are coming from. Obviously, this seems kind of akin to that Maleficent movie they did a while back.
Right. I saw that too.
What to make of it?
I feel like because I saw and we showed this on the graphic while you were reading the post that like the YouTube channel Beyond the Trailer was making those comparisons to Maleficent and everything else, like the Mad Hatter. I mean, everything you're comparing it to is other Disney properties. So I'm like, okay, I mean, maybe that's the tone that they wanted to go for, or maybe it's just a coincidence that Maleficent just kind of favors all these. I mean, it is Disney.
That's just the only one they've done like this. That's like a villain origin story.
I mean, Maleficent was they did it. It was like an origin story.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's the only other. So like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but then Then she compared it to Batman Returns, Catwoman. There was like she was trying to say like shot by shot, it's supposed to be just like Maleficent. Then it was supposed to be like Catwoman from Batman Returns. Then it's supposed to be like Harley Quinn and everything. Everybody was saying Harley Quinn. Now, even in my reaction, I'm not gonna lie. Even in my reaction, I said while I was giving the reaction for it, I was like, this feels very I said Gothamish. And I don't know, I messed up the graphic again. It's just feel. Let me do take that from the back. 3, 2, 1, and we're back. I was like, this feels very Gotham-y on Cruella. I almost said Maleficent. What the heck is going on with me? But okay, I noticed it, and it did feel like Cruella was looking like a Batman villain, but I'm not going to say that they were stealing or they were purposely mimicking a Batman villain like Catwoman or Harley Quinn. I'm not going to say that. I mean, Gotham City has that dark 1940s or 30s, Jersey look to it. And it's always been like that. Or London in the 70s or the 60s or whatever, that goth look. I mean, you can say that.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to say they're like ripping off any of the
right.
franchise. Like people drawing the comparison, it's like, yeah, of course, if you're going with sort of a dark but fun villain aesthetic, is just going to have the same
look
as these things.
Yeah. But they were like, oh, it's a complete ripoff. It's a shot by shot. Like, no, it's not. But I mean, I can understand, like you said, the similarities, but just
I will say there was also that weird like Hunger Games dress moment where her dress did like the thing the dress does in Hunger Games, and I was like, does Cruella de Vil have superpowers? Did I forget?
I just think that in that scene, she was just trying to make her presence known in the fashion industry. That she was
literally what happens in Hunger Games, though.
Right. But they compared that, and then like on Beyond the Trailer, she compared the Rudolph. I think what's her name? I forgot something Rudolph. She compared that to when Maleficent walked into the room and then like made that fire come out. And what I mean, okay. I mean, this is a Disney villain, like queen type of evil queen type of a presence. I mean, they use fire a lot. I mean, it happens. Yeah. So I mean, I mean, she's a Disney villain. She's not gonna throw water in somebody's face. She's gonna burn some shit up. Sorry.
Cruella de Vil could throw a drink in someone's face, and I'd be happy.
That would be awesome. Slap a dog across the face and throw some drink.
I am curious because I do feel like, in a weird way, just because we're dealing with animal harming, I think a lot of people find her one of the least sympathetic Disney villains in that weird way where it's like, oh, you kill a person, that's a bummer. You kill a dog, like
it's what happened with John Wick.
Lose their absolute shit. So I am curious what tone if there's going to be like the tragic backstory, or if it's
I thought so. I don't think so anymore. In the trailer, she was like, I was born bad. She said it in the trailer. I thought that too. Before the trailer started, if you watch my reaction, I was like, I wonder if we're going to like sympathize and empathize with her. And then in the trailer, she was like, I was born bad.
I will say,
Cruella, bitches.
Too on the nose. But why would you not use like a really like sexy, jazzy cover of the Cruella de Vil song? She has the best villain song. I would argue
Cruella de Vil. Yeah.
But like to get like a real jazzy, like over those like end credits, like a Cruella de Vil, like that would have been.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yes, that tone, that eerie little tone, that would work.
Too easy, but like that could have been a cool moment.
They should have did. They should have did that in the trailer. Yeah, take that song and then like do a little remix to it, like Cruella.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things you could have did with that. You're right about that. But they might. I mean,
I assume it'll be on the sound. Some sort of cover will at least be on
the sound. I don't think
this
is gonna be one of the Disneys when they like break in the song, right? I don't think this is gonna be that type of movie. I don't think so.
I mean, 101 Dalmatians wasn't really like he sings the song, but it was very much like I'm singing a song,
right?
Not.
But
we're having a musical number.
Now that you mentioned that, oh damn it, that's a missed moment for the trailer. That would have been good for the trailer. A remix to that old Cruella de Vil song in an eerie, maybe Billie Eilish would have crushed that or something.
Or even a little bit like I'm almost hearing it like, remember when they like redid like all the pops or all the like hip hop and pop songs for like the Great Gatsby movie? Like
yeah. With Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. The Baz Luhrmann one. I feel like a little bit of that energy, like a little bit jazzy and
Ooh.
Like I said, it really is one of the.
I know he's not popular right now.
That's a tough category, but I would argue top 3 Disney villain song.
Yeah, there's so many ways they could have gone with that. That was Damn it! Now you got that in my head. Now that's one of those things that. Where you know how like when you watch a trailer or you see a poster and you're speculating what the movie's going to be about and you kind of start writing the movie in your head. Now you put me in that zone where I'm like, if there's not a remix to that song, fail. It's a fail. Yeah. So you got me there, guys. Let us know what you guys think. Damn it. That's gonna ruin the movie for me now if they don't do that now. You have totally.
I just imagine the end credits roll and you're like, boo, boo.
Or they play the song during the credits. I'm like, this movie. Wait. Okay, there it is. Okay, there's the song. Okay, but yeah, now I'm like, if there's not a remix to that Cruella de Vil song, which.
They will.
They will. Yeah, I was about to say they're gonna. I should post this as a question on our channel. will they do a remix to that song?
I feel like Maleficent did like a creepy Once Upon a Dream, whatever the Sleeping Beauty song is. I feel like they did. Didn't they have like Lana Del Rey or somebody do a remix of it? Why do I know this?
That song could be very creepy. Damn, you can take any Disney song and do like
throw it in a minor key. It's great.
Yeah, just do a Marilyn Manson "Sweet Dreams Are Made of It." You can do that to any song. So yeah, that would be perfect. Guys, let us know what you guys think. I'm gonna post that as a question. Will they remix the Cruella de Vil song? I'm gonna post that on the for We Got Your Vote.
Pull now that I'm trying to bring it up. I want to hear what the top Disney villain song is, because there are some goddamn contenders in that mix.
That's it. There might be another Amy Ask. Hey, look out for that, guys.
We'll talk about it.
So we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about it some more on We Got Your Mail. Was that the last trending topic?
That was it.
That was it. Oh my God!
Light and breezy this week.
Time is fun. Time is fun when you're having fly. So let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next thing, guys. This is time for We Got Your Mail. So on We Got Your Mail, you know, we take your questions, your comments, your concerns, and we talk about it right here on the show. And we're gonna do that again. Let's go through the week's questions, and we'll have some answers for you. Or maybe we'll give you, like WandaVision, more questions. So what's the first one this week?
Hashtag don't know what to name my channel said, I want to know if this is in any relation to the book.
Was it for WandaVision? For Cruella de Vil, yeah, on the same topic of what we were just talking about a minute ago. Sorry about that. I was delayed on the graphic. If I think from what I've read, I think it is. It's gonna be based on the animated the 101 Dalmatians film and on the book. From what I understand.
I feel like that was somewhere in my brain as knowledge, but
for the book, I didn't before I saw that question. I didn't know that there was a book. I thought 101 Dalmatians was a Disney original screenplay adaptation. So is there there's a Cruella de Vil book, I think, called something about Cruel World or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It might be something about that. And because I briefly looked it up.
No, it's based on the 101 Dalmatians, a 1956 children's novel, if that's what they're referring to.
Was the novel based on the cartoon, or was the cartoon based on the novel?
It was based on, the movie was based on the novel, because the novel came out in 1956.
I wouldn't doubt it if it's going to be more based on the book. I mean, usually
it is a children's novel, so I don't know if they have that much how much they have to go off.
Yeah, Disney didn't have any original stories back then. Disney like whether you want to admit it or not, of you guys out there, Walt Disney had a thing where they wanted you to believe he invented all these stories, but they did not. Walt Disney, and I remember I learned this when I went to college, the Art Institute, actually. There was like an unwritten campaign. They wouldn't admit it out loud, but they wanted children to believe that Walt Disney invented cartoons. So don't believe everything that Disney's trying to put. That's propaganda, people. But I think it is going to be based on. I don't think it's going to 100% be based on just the cartoon. So yeah, it's going to probably be based on the novel, because they want to probably make it darker, make it different than.
I'm sure they'll just make up some random stuff too, because I don't feel like she's a super well fleshed out character. Yeah. Like, she's super fun, but. And
we were talking about earlier.
I don't think this backstory is coming from much of anywhere.
Yeah. And we were talking about whether or not are we going to sympathize or feel sorry for her. And at first I thought that this was going to be just like I think they learned their lesson from Maleficent. A lot of people did not like the fact that we made Maleficent a character that we felt like she was a hero, and the bad things she did was justified. They wanted our villains to stay villains. I think Cruella will be a straight up villain. We might see her as a child.
Yeah, as much as what she did was messed up, even in the story, there's a bit of a like, the hell, you didn't invite me. And like that extrapolates more easily into like, she feels left out. She's this outcast, whatever. And Cruella's like, I'm rich and fabulous and I want to make a dog coat. Like, what?
Exactly. I think we're only going to feel sorry for her for like 5 minutes. We're going to see her as a kid and she's going to be treated badly. And then she's going to grow up and be like, fuck all you guys. I'm killing your dogs. So we're going to see.
Like I said, dog killing, I feel like is the line no one will ever.
Oh, yeah. Like it didn't matter how many athletes did this against a woman or this against another person or a fan or anything like that. The second Michael Vick did something against a dog, that was it. It was like he can never be forgiven. I'm like it's just how we are when it comes to animals. Mm-hmm. What's the next question we have?
Billy Bob has just saw you on a court show. LOL. Was it real or scripted?
Yeah, that confused me. Like, was that towards you? What was that?
Yeah, no, it definitely was.
You got some explaining to do, Lucy.
I actually, I suppose the weirdest part of all this is my question would be which one. Listen, I don't know how much I'm technically allowed to say. Being an actor in LA is hard, and you take the gigs you can get. I guess I'll just leave it at that. Paycheck's a paycheck, Billy Bob. But that's very, very funny that you caught that.
See, you got fans. You got fans that are watching. And
so let me know, Billy Bob. Let me know if you see this. Let me know which one you caught me on.
You know what? I used to. I haven't done it in the past like couple of weeks. Usually when we do a We Got Your Mail segment, I will tag and each person who submits the question in and let them know, like, here's the link and timestamp it to when their question comes up. And I didn't do it for the last 2 weeks. And I'm going to be honest with you. It takes a lot of time out of my week to do something like that. And in the future, I might not do it anymore. I haven't done it in the last 2 weeks, but I think this week I'll pick that up again. So I'll tag Billy Bob and let him know, hey, we answered your question. Here's the link. Here's the timestamp. And
I assume it was because I did one a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then I did one like end of last year. Virtually. So I'm guessing it's the older one. I don't know if that's still like in syndication.
So you got super fans. You got super fans that's looking out for. Well, Amy, you're in
I don't
court.
think he was seeking out my appearance on Judge whomever.
Amy Newman is an actress for hire.
Like an NDA or anything. I don't know why I'm trying to be so secret about it.
I don't know if you're under an embargo and you can't mention it.
If I happen to have been in two separate TV-based legal.
She's like, which one? I've been on Cops.
I mean, Billy Bob, I guess I'll just say this. My name's Amy Newman, and that's not my name either time. So
okay, yeah. So
An answer to your question.
Amy is an actress for hire, so she got a lot of things out there she's done. Hey, it's a good opportunity to plug it. Look for her YouTube channel and check out her miniseries, Your Biggest Fan. So go check it out, guys. Oh, did you get my message? You need to put a picture on your YouTube channel. Did you get?
Why are you like calling me out right now?
Because that's what I do. Because I'm a bitch. Okay. Because I'm a bitch.
That's fair. I need to get 100 subscribers so I can actually get a real YouTube channel name.
You can't do it under 100.
No, you can't.
Oh, now I feel bad, guys. No, I don't feel bad. You guys should all feel bad. You love Amy and you're not following her on her channel. Follow her on her damn YouTube channel because you love her. And I'm telling you, go check out her show.
The best way to get through it is if you follow me on any social media.
Yeah.
I have links like
follow all of Amy's social media on YouTube, Instagram, everything. Just Just do it, damn it, because you guys love her on this channel, so support her.
And I love attention, like so much. Guys.
She loves attention, and you know me.
And my boyfriend has had to give me the attention of everyone else who I normally see in a day.
Exactly, and you know me. I'm a huge bitch. I'm gonna bitch about this, guys. Follow Amy. All right, what's the next one we got?
Sharad
Vimalanathan.
I super apologize if I butcher that, Sharad. Asking about WandaVision, asking if Wanda's able to bring back the dead or extract people from alternate realities, why couldn't she summon the spirit of Charles Xavier, who could guide her into controlling her abilities?
Because she doesn't know who Charles Xavier is.
That's one. Also, I feel like the bringing back from the dead or alternate reality thing was purely a Vision thing. Like if we're going off of sort of this is like something she's created in her immense grief, like I don't think she would be like, I'm just gonna do this with whomever. Like I think that would though it does always, I mean, it's always the issue when you start creating those kind of stories, right? Like anything with like time travel or alternate realities, or it instantly becomes like, I feel like it's one of the big issues.
Do me a favor, because something's happening outside my door. I need to go check real quick. Kind of elaborate on that a little bit more. Give me 1 minute.
This is so stressful. I feel like even with something like it's one of the big plot questions, if not full out plot holes with Harry Potter, is like once you've established that time turner, everything that has happened in the series becomes like, why didn't we go back in time and save Harry's parents? Why didn't we go back in time and like jump through time and like save all these good people who died? So I feel like the second you start bringing up like we can bring people back to life or extract people from alternate realities, that does become honestly kind of a plot hole question. But yeah, I don't think she knows who Charles Xavier is. I honestly don't know if she wants. I think she's probably, it feels like where we're coming to that she might realize she needs help controlling these abilities, controlling these powers. But as of right now, it feels sort of like, I don't think she's ready to admit yet sort of how out of control this is. For one, I mean, it's an interesting question. It's certainly something that would be cool to see happen, but yeah, like I said, I don't think the Vision thing was like, oh cool, this is my power now and I'm just gonna do this willy-nilly.
Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for covering for me. I had to check. It was something weird happening out there. I'm like, I have to go over here and check it out.
Everything okay?
Oh, everything's fine.
Okay.
All right, what's the next question we have?
We asked, the sequel to Face Off is in the works. Who would you want to face off? Who said this? I don't have a name on it.
I think it was me.
Oh, okay. You can't.
I should have put that. Sorry about that. In the communities, the sequel. So we were talking about if they do a new because there's going to be a new Face Off movie. And I wanted to know if there was a movie that comes out, who would you guys want to face off? I eliminated Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds because that's the obvious one. And then some people kind of had some funny answers to that. We had Zach Galifianakis and was it Hailey Steinfeld, and we had Dave Bautista and Peter Dinklage. I'm like, come on.
Oh, that'd be fun. I feel like they're both actually not that Zach Galifianakis isn't funny, but I feel like Dave Bautista and Peter Dinklage are funny in a way.
I would want them to be in a movie just regardless, but obviously Face Off wouldn't be the one I would put them in. I think the guy whoever was sending that one in was just messing with me, But now I want to see Dave Bautista and Peter Dinklage in a movie now.
I feel like that's actually a very fun pick.
That
like,
would be a
both
very funny
very
movie.
Fun actors to watch. So
there you go. All right, what's the next one?
JFS on Twitter said, which game system was your favorite and what game?
Very interesting. Me growing up, Street Fighter was the game that I always played. All the time. I had that across the board with Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis. I always had a Street Fighter game playing that in Mortal Kombat. So me growing up, it was always Street Fighter 2. Even that Street Fighter 2 they made so many versions. It was the most popular Street Fighter. Instead of just going to Street Fighter 3 or 4 or 5, they were like Street Fighter 2 Special Edition, Street Fighter 2 with flowers, Street Fighter 2 this, Street Fighter 2 that. Like they did Street Fighter 2 so many times. Like literally, now that I think about it, they tricked us into buying that damn game so many times. Street Fighter 2
How
with
much did it actually change, or was it just
yeah. Street Fighter 2 with 2 new characters. Street Fighter 2 with 4 new characters. Street Fighter 2, 1 different background. Street Fighter 2 on this new console, it's the same game. You're still gonna buy it, you damn idiot. I mean, that's what they did to us. But that was the game. Street Fighter 2. I don't think I've ever played or know what Street Fighter 1 looks like, but I know what Street Fighter 2 looks like. That was me. I don't know. What about you growing up? What did you see?
I'm gonna say my favorite game system, just because I have such a personal soft spot for it, is absolutely the Nintendo 64. And okay, so I want to talk you through my thought process here, because I was like, okay, what games did I was thinking Harvest Moon, because I sunk so many hours into that as a kid, trying to make the girl in the town fall in love with me. It was intense. Banjo-Kazooie was a fave. Snowboard Kids 2. I didn't have 1, but I figure I didn't miss much. But then I realized my favorite video game of all time, Super Mario 64.
Oh, okay. So you were a 64. What's considered the worst console? So of course you loved it. No, I was joking.
It's just the one I grew up with. I don't know a ton. We had a GameCube. My boyfriend has a PlayStation. And I admittedly, they are way better games. But if I'm not talking best. I'm probably not the person to give you that answer. But personal favorite is Nintendo 64, and that's Super Mario 64. This is a slight tangent. Have you seen any of the footage from the Mario land they're building at Universal Japan?
No, I haven't.
They are building an entire Mario themed world, and the president of Nintendo, who keeps referring to himself as Mario's dad in the video, which is just so funny to me, gives a tour. There's an amazing YouTube video where he gives a tour of it, and he walks into the castle, and it looks like Princess Peach's castle in Super Mario 64. And they have I don't know if did you play Super Mario 64? Chris?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so they have the pictures that look like the paintings in the game that you could jump into, and they're playing the castle music, and I got teary-eyed watching it. So many, probably my happiest childhood memory was my mom would make us set the kitchen timer for 30 minutes. It's that's your game time.
That's
I remember
it.
having the timer set, and it was a rainy day, and there were cookies in the oven, and my brother and I were each taking our 30 minutes playing Super Mario 64, and it was probably the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, and we got a message in the live chat from Anarchy 1408. And this Cruella looks like she is just wanting to be the worst villain. That's why she will take out the big villain that is currently at the hierarchy of evil, then take her crown as the cruelest person. Yeah, there was a woman in the trailer that looked like maybe she's because I think Cruella de Vil is about fashion and all that, right? And I guess there's a woman that's probably the queen of fashion, and then Cruella de Vil is gonna come in from the ghetto and come up and rise in the ranks and take her out. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think so too.
Over the course of
kind of like an anti-hero. I'm cruel. I'm Cruella, but that woman is 10 times worse, and I'm gonna take her crown or something like that. Maybe
that'd be interesting too. A bit of a I tried to take her down and became what I hated.
Yeah. Or maybe she's going to be the nicest woman in the world, and Cruella's just going to be they're going to just take her down for fun. But that was just something that came in real quick. All right. What's the next question that we have coming in?
Peter Lane, I'm assuming this is in response to a Bill Burr reaction.
Yes.
Okay. Peter Lane says, nearly every teacher I had in school was female. Not one of them ever punished a girl for attacking me. Common responses when I reported it were, maybe she likes you, stop exaggerating, and stop complaining. Movies and television show women hitting men for saying and doing things they don't like. Women laugh at men being castrated on talk shows. Men have reported domestic violence and been arrested themselves. He
went on way longer than that, and I told him that I was going to mention him on this whole subject because it's one of those things. And Peter, before you, I'm sorry, his name was not Peter. What was? I'm looking in the live chat. There's a Peter Lane in there. What was this person's name?
That was Peter Lane.
That wasn't. Peter. He's also in the live chat talking about other things too. So I don't want you, if you're still in the live chat, I don't want you to think that I'm attacking you or anything like that. But dude, I grew up in a family that has cops. There are a lot of cops in my family, and I'm gonna tell you like they told me, like that whole stigma where you think that guys are gonna be picked on or talked about because they call the cops on. When it comes to domestic violence, yeah, okay. In this world, yeah, I mean, men are we put ourselves up where like men are men and all that stuff, and we and like in a dominant kind of a way. So if you get bested or if you get abused by a woman, there's a stigma there. Like you get made fun of by your friends and things, like you get teased. But the law is still the law. What you were talking about on that Bill Burr reaction that Amy did was like if a guy does it, then we get in trouble. But if a girl does it, they get a slap on the wrist or nothing happens. It's just yeah, you're right. It has happened before, and it will happen. But the opposite happens too. I mean, you based on what you're saying, you're implying that women's prisons are just empty. There are women in prison right now, like probably thousands, millions, who have committed heinous crimes and gotten convicted for it. So I mean, it's not is that world where we're
implying that, because that's I don't mean to disagree, but that's not what I'm getting from this comment.
I mean, that was the comment that was the reply that I gave. I mean, I didn't put everything that he wrote because it was so long, but it was basic. But go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I do agree with him. I mean, personally, I disagree that there's something to disagree with here. That and especially talking about it from the perspective of, I apologize for your personal experiences and certainly in media, which you bring up, you watch even to this day, it's one of the last things that we don't really we're a little more lax on. And yeah, like the woman hitting a guy, or I think it's Wedding Crashers, there's like a whole, and I know that came out 5-10 years ago now, but they're 10 years ago now because I don't know how time works. But there's like the whole plot in that where it's like, oh, she wants to have sex with him and he does, it's like, that's still assault. Someone hitting their partner is still abuse. Like, yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from, Peter, that it is unfortunate that in media, it is something that does get brushed off or played for humor. And it shouldn't, any more than a man hitting a woman or a man assaulting a woman isn't funny. Just anybody doing that to anybody is messed up. So I do understand where you're coming from on that on either direction it isn't okay, and sometimes culturally we treat it like, oh, because it's a woman, it's not as big a deal.
That's true. What he's saying to me, what he's saying does happen, but what I'm saying is that. This is my opinion on it. The majority of it comes from. Okay, so when men, we did this in a lot of ways. In my opinion, we've done this to ourselves. We set that standard. The men are physically the superiors. So if we get beat by a woman, then that says something about about us, and we set that line or that limit.
Yeah, but no man should have to suffer for that cultural standard any more than women should have to suffer for outdated ideals of what femininity looks like.
But that was my point, and I thought maybe I read it wrong. I thought that what he was saying was it's a shame that all these women get away with this or get away with that. And I'm like, they don't they don't. There are women that are in jail for this.
I didn't see it as an attack on women, but more just, this is my personal experience as a man, that I don't feel like when a woman, if a woman like it is true, like there are women who think they can weaponize it, like I can do this against you and hit you, and if I call the cops, I can tell the cops that you did it to me. That is true, and that does happen. But there are still men who are also abused and are in abuse that can be abused too. I remember when I was putting this. I mean, there are men who have abused, like, for example, like in like that the whole story about with like the Catholic Church. Like, they will abuse people, and then instead of getting punished or fired or anything, they would just get transferred. I mean, like things like that. I mean, like there are double standards and there are things that happen, but for the whole thing about women getting away with this and that and the other, I feel like that's mostly true only because I feel like honestly, I just feel like men created it because I just feel like it's less women get away with this all the time, and more just like, as a man, it's very hard to speak out because it's culturally become more of a punchline. And again, talking especially from like a media perspective, it's that's funny because honestly, other men will make fun of men if they are like, like when I was growing up, if a guy got beat up by his girlfriend, we would make fun of him versus talk about that's messed up. She broke the law. She should be put in jail. We would talk, how come you couldn't best her and stuff. So, and to me, that's the problem. We shouldn't, she shouldn't get a pass. It's all a cultural, it's a lot of why it's like, I feel like men try to bring this up. I feel like we got real heavy here, but men try to bring this up as a point against feminism.
Exactly.
Like, well, men are victims, and it's like, no, feminism is all about,
it's the complete. It's different. It's the complete opposite. It's about equality.
Any halfway decent feminist is going to be saying, no, I am against toxic masculinity, in part because it creates systems like that, like what you're describing.
And I think Peter is with us live. And like I said, Peter, if I got what you were saying wrong, let me know. If you're still in the live chat, I think you're in the chat right now. But Peter, you gotta admit that us guys, we've also, I'm not trying to pretend like I'm I'm trying to be like I'm team feminist and whatnot. And what I am a feminist, but I'm not trying to put us men down. I am a man, but we do this to ourselves. We're like, hey dude, if you got your ass kicked by a girl, that means you're a bitch or something like we tease each other. We do that to each other. I've done that. My friends have done that to me. And that's a stick. Like if you get beat up by a girl, that means that it can't be because that girl had skills or was somehow a bit better or something. It means that it's something against you. We do that to ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? It's something.
I guess my only real thought on the matter is abuse is abuse, assault is assault.
Yeah. I just don't want to be in a situation where we're like,
it, my heart goes out to anyone who experienced
exactly. And I don't want to be in a world where we're like, yes. There have been women in the world that have like weaponized it and whatnot, gone to court. I know they're going to believe me more than you because I'm a woman and you're a man. Yes, that definitely happens. But there are, we've seen those episodes of Cops where the guy's in his wife beater. He's got a bloody face and the wife is like, yeah, I kicked his ass. And then she gets taken to jail. I'm like, it happens.
Yeah.
Maybe one thing happens more than the other, but from when I read the post, it felt like you were saying that women never get punished, and that's just not true. Women do.
Not what I read it as, but again, I'm not.
If I read it wrong, if I read it the wrong way, I apologize. But I just kind of want to put that out there. Like there are women in jail for committing domestic violence, and as men. So. My uncle is a sheriff of a county, and he told me years ago, like, if you're ever in a situation, it doesn't matter if it's a woman, if she's being violent, she's breaking, call the cops. I mean, if I call the cops because my wife was beating me up and I didn't want to fight back and I don't want to be in that situation, and they were like, "Well, be a man," and then I would turn it on to those cops, like, "Give me your name and badge number because you're not doing your job." Like that's just me. Like I could have probably physically handled it, but I don't want to. I would rather the police handle it, and I'm not afraid to call the police on that. That's just me. But there's a lot of men who are afraid to call the police because they don't want to be looked at as weak, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I wanted to explain on it from my end of it. But that's me. All right, but thanks, Peter, for all right, because I see you in the live chat, so I appreciate you sticking around for that. But let's move on to the next topic.
So we got an Amy asks, what did I ask? Classic me. Amy asks, if you could see any movie from any era on the big screen with a packed audience, what movie would you pick? Zanny Zone, I love this answer. This was super well thought out. Said, as in being in the audience in a cinema at the time of its release or just a normal screening? In the first case, it would be something from the golden age of Hollywood, like Top Hat or King Kong. I'd love to see the audience reaction back then. In the second, I'd like to see a screening of Metropolis with the full orchestra treatment, like they did when they presented its digital restoration years ago. I just think that's a super intelligent answer. I was thinking more modern day, like take a movie from any era and watch it now. But I love the idea of like, if you could be at opening night of any movie in history.
Yeah.
I think that's also really cool.
I thought about this one, and it's like there's so many epic. There's more than one answer, so there's so many movies that I would love to see. I'm the kind of guy that I can watch. I'm about to sneeze. Try not to sneeze. I'm the kind of guy that it could be a movie that I've seen a million times, but if I'm watching it with somebody who's never seen it, I can revisit it. I can re-experience it again, almost for the first time again through them. And I'm sitting there like, are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying it? This is the best part about to come up. So there's a bunch of movies that I would love to take a friend who's never seen it to the big screen and go experience it. So there's more. Clerks. I wish I would have seen Clerks for the first time in the theaters. I wish I would have seen. So many movies that I didn't see in the theaters that I would love to go back and then take a friend with me. So there was not just one answer for me, but yeah, that's great.
I feel like there's so many brilliant answers, like, big, gorgeous movies. Like I said, I love the idea of like seeing something like King Kong back when that was like mind boggling.
I wonder what the Wizard of Oz was like seeing in the theater.
You know that story?
Which one?
Like the like really, really, really early days of film where like the train came right at the screen and everybody ran out. That'd be my pick. But
I was about to say, I wonder what the Wizard of Oz was like watching in the theaters.
But I will say, in the way I meant the question, which was like an old movie with like just a packed house today. I wouldn't, because that'd be a bad idea right now. But when it's safe, I would say maybe. Honestly, and it's not even like my 10 out of 10 favorite movie, but maybe something like Airplane. I just feel like a comedy, and that I feel like just is one of those movies that has maybe the most like jokes per minute of any movie. So just hearing a full house like love and laugh and like, I made myself sad. I'm like, I miss hearing an audience laugh.
Peter says definitely The Princess Bride. He would love to have gone to see that one.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's pick. Yeah,
on the big screen.
Cult. It's usually people's answers are like cult classics. Maybe they didn't do that great in the theaters, but afterwards they became cult classics. And it's like, I wish I could have gone back and shown some love.
I would give $1 million to be able to just like go to a midnight screening of Rocky Horror Picture Show right now. It's not my answer to the question, but just hearing that, and like I miss being in a packed house of like people yelling.
Yeah,
so much.
I still haven't watched that. It's great. I don't know if you love it or not. We've done a segment about that.
Go if there's like a screening of it at midnight, and like this is to anyone watching, like if you are curious about Rocky Horror, like wait until the world comes back and look at like in your town if there is a midnight showing that does like the shadow cast and everything. It is such a fun and wild and just kind of crazy fun experience. I highly recommend.
I'd rather watch the Disney movie Three Ninjas. Let's go watch that.
Also, just like, it's so good. We go every Halloween, like around Halloween this year, notwithstanding.
No Hocus Pocus.
Oh, I do Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
But we go to theater in LA and do the shadow cast. Shout out to Sins of the Flesh.
There you go. All right.
They're really good.
What's the next?
They do like a whole shadow cast, like they have actors like reenacting the movie. It's an absolute wild good time.
Yeah.
If you're not sober, don't go sober. So that's my.
Oh no, I'm not sober now. What's the next one?
I didn't mean it for you. I meant for the audience. I just never want to be that person who's like, you have to get drunk to do this, because it's not everybody's bag. Our last question. In light of Gina Carano and Justin Timberlake's responses, share your thoughts of people's idea of what cancel culture is.
You want to go first, or you want me? I mean, I ranted on this one. Me and you were going back and forth on text. But did you want to go first on this one, or me?
I don't know. I'm scared. I feel like we already got heavy. So.
I mean, I said. I mean, what did I say to you on the text? I mean, I feel like everybody's all up in arms about the term cancel culture because it just has a name, but it's not new. Cancel culture has always existed. I mean, Salem witch trials. All you had to do was accuse a woman of being a witch, and bam, she got canceled.
The idea of that is cancel culture is slightly funny to me.
It's crazy. I mean, people want to pretend like this is something new just because Twitter is involved. It's not. I mean, when this country was first established, it was a far right, then for the longest time center right country.
Alexander Hamilton when he slept with that lady. I saw the musical. You're telling me that's not cancel culture?
Right. Exactly. I mean, back in the day when anything wasn't considered appropriate for the nuclear family, the Christian family, and what it got canceled. The hippies and liberals were something that were considered something to be made fun of and pushed down. And you damn hippies, I mean, they were canceled
in the days
all the time.
I mean, McCarthyism, with like if you were even loosely associated with communism, even with no real proof, that would destroy your entire career.
Yeah. You would be canceled. Just because it has a clever name or a hashtag now doesn't mean it's something. Everybody's always on the internet. I hate cancel culture. You didn't hate it when it was working in your benefit. I'm like when they pushed back something that you against, when they were against something that you were against. And whatnot. It's the same exact thing. I mean, is it more weaponized now? I guess maybe. But imagine if Twitter existed back in 1955. Jesus, what would have happened back then? God, I mean, the level of what was going on back then, and in the 70s, and even in the 80s. I mean, 90s and all that stuff. I mean. The only people think that just because social media, because the information is getting around faster now, that this is something new. It's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. We just have a new way of arming it, and we have a new name for it. But cancel culture, that's been around since the beginning of time. I mean, the first people, I would say the first. You know what? I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
But God canceled Adam and Eve because they ate some fruit.
Did you eat that damn fruit? You're canceled. Get out of Eden. You know?
Hashtag.
Cancel culture is not anything new, but everybody's up in arms about Gina Carano. Let me tell you something about Gina Carano. I'm gonna go.
God canceled the earth. He was like, "Noah, you're not canceled. Everybody else."
Yeah, he canceled the entire. Yeah, exactly. But let me tell you something about what Gina Carano. Everybody's always comparing about Pascal. Well, Pascal said what he said about comparing the conservatives to Nazis and things like that and stuff. Yeah, he did. And then Disney, just like Disney did to Gina Carano, they talked to him, and he stopped doing it. They gave Gina Carano so many chances after what happened with the director of, what was the director of Suicide Squad, or not? What was his name? from Guardians of the Galaxy, the director of
James Gunn.
Yeah, James Gunn. I mean, he was canceled because a congressman that doesn't like him, that was going back and forth with him, dug up some old tweets that James Gunn did from back in the day, like 10 years ago, when he was trying to be funny and stuff. And Disney fired him on the spot. They didn't give him a chance. They didn't give him a warning. They fired him, and he was straight up canceled. But Gina Carano was saying what she was saying about wearing masks, about conservative stuff and things like that online. And Disney was like, you need to stop this. Like, don't do it again. They gave her multiple chances, and she kept doing it. Dave Pascal did the same thing, and they told him to stop, and he stopped. So it's like everybody's talking about freedom of speech. Like, this is not about freedom of speech. This is capitalism. You have the right to say, Amy, if you said something that was against us, something that I thought that was bringing negative attention to this outlet, you have the right to say what you want to say, but I also have a right to disassociate. I've recently done that. I'm a real estate broker, and I used to have an agent that used to work for me like 3 years ago. And then sometime last year, something her husband said on Facebook came back to me. Somebody reached out to me on Facebook and was like, does this woman work for you? Because her husband is saying all this racist stuff, and this blah blah. We're coming after her, and I was like, I haven't worked with this woman in 3 years. That is all. I had to make a statement. That is all. Whatever her and her husband are saying on Facebook has nothing to do with me. I let her go 3 years ago. So have at it. Like, don't bring me a part of that. She and her husband has the right to say what they were saying, but I also have the right to not want to be a part of that. And if she was currently working with me at the time when she was saying that online and her husband was saying that, I would have let her go because I have that right. Like, just because you like Gina, people out there who like Gina Carano, doesn't mean that Disney has to associate with them. Like, you want to cancel Disney.
That's right. Follow her career. Go get a Parler account and follow it. Like, no one is silencing her. She still has a platform. She still has the right to say what she wants to say. It's not canceled. I hate the phrase cancel culture because it means nothing. Yeah, exactly. It meant something, and then it means nothing now. It's like your employer fired you because you either were running the risk of losing them money because people were going to stop like watching what you were on, or if you're not a celebrity on a smaller scale, they don't want you associated with their business because of actions you took. You have the right to take those actions. Your employer has the right to respond how they feel is appropriate. And if they feel like you are putting a bad light on their brand, on their business, they can fire you for that. People can choose to not associate with you. People can choose disassociation, to not follow your work. That's not cancel culture. That's just, you have the right to say what you want. Businesses and people have the right to respond accordingly. It's capitalism. It's the purest form of capitalism, which is what everybody seems to pretends like they're all about. But when it happens, when it works again, and this is nothing new. People get fired all the time. You go to your job and you're out of dress code or out of compliance, or you do something that makes the company look bad. You go to work, you clock in and punch a customer in the face. You're gonna get fired because you're making the company look bad. I mean, this happens all the time, but it's like when this happens, if this was to happen to a liberal person, of course, other liberals would say you're only doing it because they're liberal. If it happens to a conservative person, of course, their supporters are going to say you're only doing this to them because they're conservative. But the true answer is no. We just don't. We hired. I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna pretend to be Disney. Disney hired Gina Carano to play a part in The Mandalorian. They did not hire Gina Carano to take on all her other, BS that she wants to do on Twitter. We didn't hire you for that. We're giving you this money to play this to play this character. We didn't hire you to get a bunch of questions from people like, why are you working with a person that does that? We didn't hire you for all that. So please stop doing it. If you want us to keep working with us on this and to keep getting this platform here on our show,
please stop bringing this attention to us for all that other stuff. And she thought that being a Twitter martyr was more important, so she kept doing it. So Disney was like, okay, well then we don't want to pay for give you a paycheck to be on our show anymore, because it's just going to keep bringing all that crap to us that we've told you we don't want to be associated with. She made her choice. They made her choice. It's capitalism.
I will say this real fast, and then we probably spent
way too much time on this, right? What did you say?
My conspiracy theory is that she wanted to be fired. Because
Me too.
Yeah. No, I absolutely think she intentionally pushed the envelope and said something you knew when you compared it to yourself to Jews in the Holocaust. You were going to get your ass fired. Just because Walt Disney hated the Jews doesn't mean you can.
And even worse, even here's the worst thing. Even if that wasn't her goal, even if this was a surprise to her, she didn't think that she was going to get fired. That's even worse, because
not know that was going to get you fired.
Let's hope if she orchestrated it, that I mean, okay, but if she didn't, now she's like, oh well, that's cool. I'm going to go on the Ben Shapiro thing, and we're going to do. You're going to compare that to what you would have gotten on you were on your way to getting your own Disney show,
making that Star Wars licensing money the rest of your life.
This is the reason why Pascal stopped. Everybody wants to make it about him. Say, well, he got away with it. How come? He did it. He did it again. They told him to stop. He stopped.
Yeah.
And she did not. So that's comparing apples to spaceships. She did it. She had multiple. She got way more chances than James Gunn got. Let's just put it like that. And she didn't stop. So I don't feel sorry for her. Did I like her as that character? Even though I don't agree with her politics, do I like her as that character? I loved her as that character. I thought it was awesome. She was great. But do I feel sorry for her? No. Because if she thought that was more important than getting her own show. Look, if it was me, I'd have stopped. I believe what I believe, but I won't put it on Twitter. Fair enough. That's just me. But that was the last one, right?
Yep.
So, guys, I just wanted to get that off the table because a lot of that has been coming down the pipeline on the community tabs about how it was unfair and this and that and the other. And I'm not gonna probably change a lot. If you're 100% aimed at it was unfair, then you're gonna believe nothing I'm gonna say is gonna change your mind. But the facts are the facts. She had multiple chances. She decided to do what she did, and actions have consequences. And if you support American businesses, then you support Disney's decision. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. All right, so now let's go on to the last segment for We Got Your Vote. Let's try to run through these real quick, as I know I'm holding you over time. So we got your vote, ladies and gentlemen. You already know. Sorry about the string going blank. Oops. And for We Got Your Vote, this is where we go to the community tab and take all of your the results of when we post a question and you guys vote on it. And we're going to run through those real quick. So what is the first one that we have on this segment?
We asked, what's your favorite wrestler entrance music? What is it? 28% said The Rock with The Rock says. 23% said CM Punk with Cult of Personality. 20% liked The Edge, Metalingus. 16% liked Triple H's The Game, and 15% liked Degeneration X with Break It Down.
I cannot believe Break It Down was voted last, but I guess I can't be upset with it. I'm just surprised that The Rock's entrance was number one. I guess The Rock is just so damn popular, you just can't deny that guy. But my favorite song is Edge, that song Metalingus. Is it the craziest name for a song, Metalingus?
It makes me uncomfortable. I'm a pretty open-minded person, and I don't care for that one bit.
Listen, like look up that song on YouTube and listen to the last 30 seconds or 40 seconds of it, and that's what when that wrestler comes out to, because that song, I don't know what it is about. Even if I did not like rock and roll music, it's something about that song. I can work out to it. When I posted this question, I was seeing the results coming in. I remember yesterday I was in my kitchen. I was making myself something to eat, and I played the song in the background just because. And I'm in my kitchen, I was like, like listening to it, like I got my hands in the air. I felt like I was coming out to that song. Like it's an uplifting damn song. Like it's a chance to feel alive.
I love a good walkout song. Like I'm not maybe a big wrestling fan, but I'm a baseball girl, and I love a good walkout song.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. I don't know why that's the song, but the rock song, yeah, it's. I remember the creator of his entrance music said something like he wanted a king, he wanted to make a theme song where you would feel like the king is coming out, like a royal, and I gotta admit that is with the feeling that it gets, but I don't think it's the best song on there, but that's just me. All right, what's the Metalingus? What's the next question that we have up there?
On our TikTok, during an episode of Thursday Theories on our channel, the question Chris came up with, he had a theory that Monica Rambeau is not becoming a mutant, but just getting sick. And in order to save her life, Captain Marvel will have to help her gain powers. 78% agreed with the theory, 22% disagreed.
What do you think?
It does feel like they brought up Captain Marvel enough times. It feels like they're going to want to bring her back.
Yeah. I think I don't know why. I mean, it's just a theory, but it's like I don't believe what everybody wants, where going into the hex is gonna give you mutant powers, and that's how they're gonna introduce the X-Men. Like everybody has to go through the hex to become a mutant. Wolverine is gonna have to go in there and I got metal claws. Like no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't buy it because that would mean everyone in that
because that's gonna erase because X-Men have a history like that humans were always evolving into mutants, and the first mutant was back in the ancient Egyptian times, and then like stuff like little things like that. So if Wanda is inventing mutants, then you're gonna delete any mutant that's technically older than Wanda. So there's no Professor X, there's no Wolverine, there's a lot of things you wouldn't have. So I just don't want that. I think it'd be a crazy dark thing if that, because it talked about how her mother had cancer, and there's something going on with Monica Rambeau, and whenever Captain Marvel is brought up, I don't know if there's bad blood there. Maybe she's upset that, my mom died and you weren't there. You were off in outer space and you never came back. And maybe Captain Marvel is going to be like, I'm not going to let that happen again. Her daughter got cancer now from this thing, and I'm going to save her. I just feel like it's a possibility. So I'm on that spectrum, but that's just me. But I appreciate you guys for voting on that, guys. All right, what's next?
Speaking of WandaVision, who will be the big WandaVision cameo Monica Rambeau friend reveal? 52% said Reed Richards. 20% said a Skrull. 17% said Rocket Raccoon. And 11% said Hank McCoy.
Do you know who any of these people are?
I know who Rocket Raccoon is.
There you go, Rocket Raccoon. Hank McCoy is another mutant from the X-Men, the all blue furry guy, scientist. Reed Richards is from the Fantastic Four. If you watch those Fantastic Four movies, he was the leader of the Fantastic Four. Yeah. Skrull is from Captain Marvel, those shapeshifter guys.
Gotcha. Okay, so I have a loose concept on at least all of those. But I hope it's Rocket Raccoon still.
I honestly don't know if it's going to be any of these, but who knows?
I don't know if it is. No, I feel like I don't know. I get the feeling. I feel like there's enough going on in universe that bringing in, someone like Hank McCoy, where it's like maybe not a huge name. I don't know if they want to get the factor for people like me who might not be huge.
Well, getting Hank McCoy and linking it to the X-Men would just confirm that this Pietro that we have, that's being played by the guy who played that same character in the X-Men universe, it would just see that is the same Pietro from that universe and blah blah. So I don't think it's going to be that, but it would just be too many. Unless Kevin Feige just wants to just drown the world in nerd sweat. But it would just be too much going on.
That's the thing. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to walk that line between you can have your conspiracy theories, but we also need to make this digestible pretty broadly.
what's his name? Jim from The Office. What's his name?
John Krasinski.
Because everybody wants him to play Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. Him and his wife. They want them to play those characters. So everybody's wondering if he's going to come in as Reed Richards before he becomes Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. That would blow the internet up, but
it would.
It would be on that level of Luke Skywalker, but it's just, I don't think it's going to happen. I hope it happens, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, what's the next one?
We asked who would be a great fit for the role of electric, geeky high school student Virgil, Static Shock. We had 52% liking John Boyega, 31% voted Caleb McLaughlin, and 17% voted for Aubrey Joseph.
Out of those three names, did you know of the Static Shock cartoon from back in the day?
I am not super familiar with Static Shock, no.
I know everybody wants John Boyega to do it. I don't. I just think that his name, Static Shock, is a comic book character that was invented by a man named Dwayne McDuffie. He's passed away a while ago. He invented a comic book universe, an all black comic book universe. Well, most of all black superheroes mostly, and then he got signed with DC Comics, and then eventually DC Comics adopted them and absorbed them into the DC universe. So now all of his creations are officially in the DC universe. So Static was his version of like Spider-Man. It was a young boy who was like a wisecracking, like the way Spider-Man always tells jokes. He does the same things, but he has electrical powers and he even had a Superman type of a character named Icon who had a very interesting background. Imagine if an alien went back or crash landed on Earth and landed in a slave plantation, and when a slave found this alien and the just so the alien would survive, it made itself look like the first thing it saw. So the first person it saw was a slave, so it made himself look like a little baby black boy. And he grew up to be like a Superman type of a superhero named Icon, who was also a black conservative. So it was an interesting little thing. But I mean, he sorry.
Oh, I was just going to ask. So Static Shock's supposed to be a high school student?
Static Shock is a high school boy.
I love John Boyega. I think he's super talented, but I think to cast him as a high schooler would be
he's too old. So I think the actor, one of the actors that was mentioned was also the actor from the short-lived TV series. Was it Cloak and Dagger? I don't know if you saw that TV show. But I think that actor, I think it's Caleb. What is his name? Static Shock. Is it Caleb? Was it Aubrey Joseph? Damn it, I don't remember which one it was. But let me look it up real quick. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, someone where you could feasibly get a good 5 to 10 years out of them playing.
Yeah, Aubrey Joseph was my pick. Mm-hmm. He's younger. He looks like Static, in my opinion, more than anybody else. The other actor that was mentioned was the black boy from Netflix's Stranger Things. I mean, also.
Yeah, I could.
Caleb.
No, I could see Aubrey Joseph, not knowing it, but just even Googling the character.
Yeah.
And Googling
Caleb and Aubrey would be my pick, but John Boyega is the big name.
He reads a little younger. I know there's not that big an age gap, but he reads a lot younger, I think, than John Boyega. Plus, I'm a sucker for a good, give somebody who's kind of getting some heat, but hasn't had that big shot at a breakout, give them something kick-ass like that. I always love a good kind of breakout star-making turn.
Yeah, so Caleb from Stranger Things would probably be more likely to get the role. John Boyega, it's just that he's done so much with Star Wars, I would just be distracted seeing him as that character.
I feel like it partly depends on what they want to do with him, because Caleb McLaughlin can play very young still, just like off of Stranger Things. Right. And then I feel like Aubrey Joseph, is that his name? I can't.
Yeah, Aubrey Joseph could play older, so you're right.
He would be more like you're a
bigger brother
playing a younger kid.
I could see him in the movie, but maybe not. So yeah, you may be right. You may be right. So maybe Caleb would be the better choice because of the age. But yeah, that's what I think. But not John Boyega. I'm sorry. John Boyega looks like he could almost be the dad.
No, and again, I like him, but it also just feels like that point of like, no, like I feel like John Boyega is at that point in his career where it's like, no, now you go take like a bunch of like cool indie things and like show us what a good actor you are. Like I don't feel like he's gonna want to jump into like a big superhero franchise now.
But again, we're doing what we said we wouldn't do earlier, where we're writing the movie in our head, and,
Right.
but if this is an older static that's in his 20s or 30s, then yeah, maybe John Boyega could do it. But I don't want that. That's just me. What's next?
Talking about the Joss Whedon allegations, if Joss Whedon were to respond to the allegations against him, what is the likely outcome? 53% said if actors from the MCU accuse him next, that would end his career. 18% said temporarily will lose support, time goes on, he'll come back. 13% said too many allegations now, he will begin losing more opportunities. 11% said deny any allegation but still apologize, will save his career. And 5% said a quick apology would have stopped any further damage. I don't know. The Joss Whedon one's tricky because I'm not trying in any way to invalidate what anyone is saying against him. To be clear, I think everybody who's spoken out is incredibly brave. I think what he's done, what is being said is obviously unacceptable behavior. But it's in that weird gray area that I feel like culturally we are not quite sure what to do with yet. It's not sexual abuse. It's not physical abuse.
It's like toxic or bullying behavior.
It was, creating a toxic work. It was essentially, and it was emotional abuse, and it was intense bullying, and it was creating a toxic work environment. But those are less tangible things, and I'm not trying to downplay them. I'm just saying culturally, I feel like we don't know how to have these conversations, and we don't know, if it's not an easy like, oh, well, that guy never works again. It's like, does an apology make that okay? How many people need to come out before he starts losing work? Like, because these allegations have been around for a hot second now. So I honestly don't know.
And I did see a pattern there that because it seemed like he would only do it really to the least famous people, like because you weren't going to do that to Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot on the rise, or especially Jason Momoa. Seemed like he would punch him in his face right there on the spot. So who's the easiest mark? Ray Fisher. Nobody really knows who Ray Fisher is.
I think unfortunately, just within the way this goes, I wonder if there was a degree of, if you target these people, they will feel less confident speaking out. Yeah. Because if this is like your first big thing and you're not the big name, I would imagine as an actor, if someone was just creating a really toxic environment, I could absolutely see going, well, what do? I speak up and then I get fired, and then that's my career. Yeah.
And I read that there was somebody that, I don't know that if they work for Josh or not, was saying something like he gets a rush out of, picking on, people like that. It's funny to him. And if that's true, I mean, like, that's just freaking crazy.
No, that's definitely the vibe I've got.
Who know? His excuse could be, I do this to these young actors who aren't that famous yet to get the best performance out of them. He might come up with some, but he's probably not going to say.
And I mean, we've had people like, we've had freaking Hitchcock and Kubrick and some of the greatest directors of all time are like, well, Cruel to Be Kind, I'm giving these incredible performances, even if I'm scarring people for life.
Right. Wasn't that on The Shining? Yes. Didn't that happen on The Shining, that take with the door? Didn't they do that like a billion times?
I think it was the scene on the staircase. I just actually read, there's a really interesting article where the journalist went out to where Shelley Duvall's living and had a chat with her. Yeah. If you get a chance, I recommend it. It's very interesting and very sad what the industry how it kind of chewed her up and spit her out.
Best thing for Josh, I mean, Sarah Michelle Gellar's statement is what did the most damage, even though she. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we listen to the bigger stars who are speaking up over, there's an element of like, I don't really know who Charisma Carpenter is until this story came out. And it's like, that shouldn't invalidate her experience.
Right. The way she said it, I'm proud of what I did with Buffy Summers. I don't want to be associated with his name ever again. Without saying it, she said, oh man, it was that's not what he needed. So even if I think Josh Whedon is smart enough not to comment. He's probably just going to lay low. But what he's already losing directing gigs from this. I mean, he's a millionaire. He'll be fine. But if he wants to continue working, it's going to be a long time. If that ever happens again, he's going to probably have to do some soul searching. If all this stuff is true, but who knows? Let us know what you guys think about it. Was that was that the last one, or was there more?
We have two more.
Okay.
Powering Through, sponsored by Movie Burner Entertainment on YouTube. Should the Snyder Cut of Justice League also go to theaters worldwide as well as streaming on HBO Max? 25% said no, HBO Max only. 26% said it should have a theatrical release first, and 48% said both.
Shout out to the Movie Burners Entertainment. I've been watching their live streams and bombarding them with a bunch of crazy questions, just messing with them and stuff. I've also told them that these guys need to. Are they Scottish? I think they're Scottish. I don't know how well I'll be able to handle the deep accent, and they're probably going to say the same thing about me. Like, what accent? You're the one with the accent, fella. That's probably what they would say to me. And you guys tell me if my Scottish impersonation.
By way of India, but all right.
No, I said fella. I didn't. What are you talking about? I didn't do it. I thought I was doing a perfect Scottish accent, fella.
All right, we're offending so many people at once.
Damn it. I thought I was nailing it. Man, now my confidence went, pew. But those guys are great. I mean, the production on their channel is great. So shout out to those guys. And I asked him on his live stream, I said, can I use this question on our We Got Your Vote segment? He said, yeah. Right. He actually said, oh yeah, go ahead. Go. It's Chris, isn't it?
All right, we're gonna move past that. So yeah, I agree. I think both is kind of the correct option.
Both. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But the reason why they brought it up was because it's not available they don't have HBO Max where they're from. So they definitely want it to come out in theaters for the so HBO Max isn't available overseas. So I didn't know that. I thought they rolled out HBO Max.
Release is feasible. So
yeah.
I don't know.
So I hope it does come out in theaters, because I know they're excited on seeing it. They want to see the Snyder Cut too. So yeah. So hopefully they do release it in theaters out there. So I think both would make sense in my opinion, because it's a director's cut. So, but.
That's true too, though. Like, I could see them just being like, we're not going to re-release this. It's a director's cut. It goes to HBO Max. They should figure out something. Honestly, HBO Max just needs to get its life together slightly.
There's a rumor going around that Warner Brothers is still kind of, because Warner Brothers and Snyder had like a falling apart, and it was a miracle that they even greenlit this. But they don't want to, because Warner Brothers didn't promote it on their social media.
Yeah. I could actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of was thinking about it as its own release, but as a director's cut, I feel like a theatrical release, especially given the time period, is just like,
it wouldn't make that much. Me personally, I would go see it in theaters because it looks crazy. So I would, but I'm probably of a very small minority. But overseas, yes. But yeah, that's how we feel. So yeah, Movie Burner guys, Movie Burner Entertainment. Hopefully, like I said, we're planning on doing some collabs. So hopefully, maybe you'll see us on their channel or definitely on ours. But we're still in the talks of trying to make that happen. So sometime in the future, we'll make that happen. All right. What's the next one?
And our last question, we were discussing if you could see any movie from any era on the big screen with a packed audience, what movie would you pick? The top pick was Jurassic Park. Second place, we got a lot of Empire Strikes Back, Terminator 2, and Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it was like a lot of time.
I feel like Jurassic Park is like, there's not a right answer to this question, but Jurassic Park is the right answer.
Yeah. If you, I'm trying to remember if I saw Jurassic Park in the theaters. I remember when it finally came out on VHS, a teacher showed us. I was in elementary school or middle school, and they showed us in school. I think the teacher wanted to see it more than we did.
Traumatizing. All right.
But it was great. I remember hearing something like Steven Spielberg was afraid to release this on VHS because he thought it was so realistic that families couldn't handle it or something like that. But
it's pretty good. I actually just watched it maybe like 6 months ago for the first time, and it holds up. It is still scary. It is still fun.
And you did not record yourself watching it?
I'm sorry. I do actually. It was a date night, and I do need to do things that I don't record just for my own sanity. Sorry about that.
Fine.
I'm working on this thing called boundaries. I'm not sure but I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, Chris, no matter how much you beg, you're not going to put like a voyeur cam in my house. It's not happening. Like, damn it. Okay.
Not living that Kardashian life quite yet.
Right, like you, but
I'm gonna need a lot more money before I give up all my privacy.
Speaking about Kardashian cam, it does like look with the background that you have. It does look like you're in that privacy booth where you get to vent.
I just feel like Kendall or Kylie, because I cannot tell them apart even after. I've read a lot of BuzzFeed articles to try to remember which one's which.
Kendall and Kylie look the same to me.
They do. They're the same person. One has a baby and one has lip fillers, but I think that's the same person.
How does Bill Burr? Bill Burr always does an impression of them. I feel like for me, everything is about them. I feel like for me, they begin every sentence with that. Speaking about what's going on in the Capitol, I just feel like for me that it's always about them. But that was it. That was the last one. Right? I agree. I think Jurassic Park. That's a good one. That was an event.
Not even my personal pick, but like the right pick.
Yeah, that maybe me Star Wars or Titanic. I boycotted watching Titanic.
I didn't see Titanic when it came out because I was a little young, and then when it came out in 3D, I was like, there's ever a time I'm going to sit through this damn thing. And I really enjoyed it. I was glad I saw it on the big screen.
I remember in the movie theater that it stayed packed weeks and weeks and weeks after it released. It was just building and building momentum. And it was, I don't know how many months it was after the movie came out. And I remember looking inside of a movie theater and it was packed. That movie was huge. So that's something I probably wish I would have watched like week 1 or week 2 when it was still kind of empty in the theaters.
You hear that sniffling behind you?
Oh, yeah, nobody like breathing down my neck about Leonardo DiCaprio, how cute he was and all that. I could have absorbed all the Leo for myself. But but that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys for contributing to the polls and in the community tab and getting. Becoming involved with all the questions that we post. Check out those every week on our YouTube channel, and like I said, you'll see your votes and contributions to everything right here on our We Got Your Vote segment. So without further ado, let me sign off so we can hurry and quickly record our After Dark segment here real quick. I know it's gonna get a little raunchy, so we can't have that on the live stream, guys. So I appreciate you, Amy. If you don't, let's sign off on this one real quick. If they want to find you online, where can the people out there find you?
I'm on Instagram at Amy. Words. I'm on Instagram. I'm gonna try that one more time. I'm on Instagram at amy.n.newman.
Is this? Did I spell it correct?
I'm on Twitter at amy_n_Newman. Come watch my journey as I learn how to point. Come check that out. Come check out Your Biggest Fan season 1 on YouTube now. I'm in it. I wrote it. It's all right.
There you go. See, yep. Finally, right? Yeah, she finally remembered to announce the YouTube channel. And you guys, you can find me if you want to follow us here on Talking to the Media. Thank you guys. I'm just going to say thank you guys for watching the show. Don't forget you can become a supporter of our channel by subscribing right here, hitting the like button, and always put it in the box and letting us know what you guys think. on movie topics or any of the trending topics that we talk about, because we want to hear them. You can also become a member of our channel for our After Dark, or things that we don't really talk about on the live stream stuff, because it's a little bit too grown up. And also, if you want to support the channel by becoming a patron, look for us there. And maybe if you have any questions that you want to submit to us for us to talk about on We Got Your Mail and We Got Your Vote, send it to us on our social medias, or right here on any video that you see on the YouTube channel. I'm Chris Fagan. You can find me Chris Fagan 1980 on Twitter and on Instagram. And until next time, guys, Talking Through the Medias was brought to you in front of a live studio audience of proud people who know their ABCs, by the way. Oh, and by the way, before I let you go, next week, there will be, look out for the New York horror TV X-Files fanatic, the improv comic, Laurice Fatal. She might be joining us on every month we have someone join us here on the main show. So we're scheduling for her to join us next week. So look out for her if you are a follower of hers. So until next time, guys, peace.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or We Got Your Mail.